There is a massive economic wave coming. And while most people are looking out onto the mountains at the horizon, thinking everything is fine, but those are not mountains, it is a tsunami. Right now, the media is telling you that the US is doing great, that the stock market is at an all-time high, and that we have plenty of oil. But I am looking at the mechanics, and the math just doesn't add up. Someone just shorted the oil market by hundreds of millions of dollars right before the government made a big announcement. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. On April 20th, the buffer that has been protecting you at the gas pump and in the grocery store is set to run out. So if you're an entrepreneur, a real estate investor, or someone trying to build a legacy, you need to understand that we are moving from a paper economy to a physical reality. Today, I am breaking down the oil shock of 2026, why the paper price is a lie, and the 3 things that you must do right now so that your empire does not take a hit. Let's go.
Noelle. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, or you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
So let's get right into it. This video is sponsored by Justin Merch Consulting. They can help you get business credit and get business funding with just one phone call, and it's a free consultation. Call them today. More on them later. First, let's talk about the paper price. If you Google the price of oil right now, you might see $90 or $100 a barrel. That is what we call Brent futures. It's basically a promise on the screen. But if you are a country that actually needs a barrel of oil delivered to a refinery today, you are not paying $100. You are paying $130, $140, or even up to $160 a barrel. This gap, the difference between the paper price and the physical price, is about $35. And that is the biggest spread in history. So why is this happening? Because the paper markets are being used as a psychological tool to keep the stock market calm. But you can't run a truck on paper oil. You can't fly a plane on psychological tools. Eventually, the screen has to match the ship. And when that happens, the price of everything from the fuel in your car to the fertilizer used to grow the food in your fridge is going to skyrocket. So now let's talk about the global domino effect. This is who hits the wall first. So let's be clear. This is not just a theory. It's already happening. The Strait of Hormuz, which carries about 20% of global oil production, is closed. I want you to look at what is happening globally because the US is usually the last in line to feel the pain. In Thailand, the fishing industry is shutting down because fuel costs went up by 250%. In Africa, they are literally diluting their gasoline with chemicals to make it last. In Europe, they are begging people to stop using energy. However, the US has a buffer because of our Strategic Petroleum Reserve, SPR. But here's the problem. The reserve was already half empty before the war even started, which means we are losing 8 to 13 million barrels of oil per day from the global supply. That is half of America's daily usage. JP Morgan data shows that by April 20th, the pre-closure oil, the stuff that was already in the ships, is gone. That is when the physical reality hits Main Street. I want to tell you about a student of mine. Let's call him Marcus. Marcus had a trucking business in a small portfolio of rental properties. When the first signs of this oil shock hit in March, he ignored it because the stock market was fine. He didn't adjust his fuel surcharges, and he didn't look at his property's utility costs. Within 30 days, his margins were completely wiped out. Why? Because oil isn't just gasoline. Oil is the plumbing of the entire economy. It's the plastic in your products, the fertilizer for your food, and the shipping for your Amazon packages. If you are building an empire, you cannot afford to be Marcus. You have to be proactive. History tells us that in 1973, when only 7% of the world's oil went offline, the stock market dropped 52%. Right now, we are looking at 15 to 20% of the world's oil supply being offline. We have to be prepared for a major correction. So let me tell you the strategy. These are the 3 moves that you need to make as an empire builder. So what do? We don't panic, we prepare. Here are the 3 moves you need to make right now. Number 1, secure your supply chain. If you have a business that relies on physical goods, you need to be overstocking now. The price you pay today is the cheapest it will be for the next 12 months. Number 2, watch the 10-year yield. Everything in the American economy, from your mortgage, your car loan, and your business credit, is priced off the 10-year Treasury yield. As oil drives inflation up, interest rates will stay high. If that yield hits 4.8, we are in a debt death spiral. You need to lock in your long-term financing now before rates climb further. And this is where you need to get business credit and business funding. Most of the consumer funding is going to tighten up. As private equity and the AI bubble starts to collapse, they are going to start withdrawing money from consumers, and the money is going to only be available to businesses, because that is what America is built on. And that is why you need to prepare by calling my friends at Justin Merch Consulting. This is the hedge. You have to create multiple streams of income, and relying on a job is not going to do it. Having another stream of income that is funded in your business's name without using your social security number is going to be the key. Call my friends today at Justin Merch Consulting. There is a link in the description box for a free consultation. They can help you build the trade lines. They can help you get business funding. They have helped students get $50, $75, even $100,000 in business funding with just one phone call, and in many cases at very low interest rates. You have to prepare and do these things now, and this is a free consultation that will help you get to that next level, so call them today. Okay, one last thing, because this is really important, and this is going to be what this economy is giving us and the solution for it. Number 3, pivot to physical assets. In a paper price crash, hard assets are king. This is why I love real estate, and I continue only buying and investing in physical assets. When the screen crashes, the physical world becomes more valuable. Own the land, own the energy, and own the infrastructure. This is the great wealth transfer. We are seeing the beginnings of this, and it is time to act. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Wealth is never destroyed. It is only transferred. Most people were caught off guard on April 20th. They are going to complain about gas prices and grocery bills, but the empire builders, the people watching this video, are going to see the tsunami and move to higher ground. Don't let the paper market fool you. Watch the physical world. Watch the ships. Watch the fertilizer prices. If you want a specific plan for you and your business, call my friends at Justin Merch Consulting. It's a consultation that is based on you and personalized on your personal goals and where you are and where you could be. It is amazing to have your own plan and work your plan in this new economy. Noelle Randall used to be broke, bankrupt, and living in her parents' basement, and today I'm a multimillionaire entrepreneur. I am now able to see the signs of stuff that's going on, and I tell you right here and keep it straight and to the point. This is the plan that you need to follow, and having your own business, creating multiple streams of income, and having access to capital in your business's name is going to hedge you against a lot of what's going to happen in this economy and the shock of oil prices that is coming and all of the prices that are going to be affected thereafter. Additionally, access to capital in your own personal name is going to shrink. So you want to be able to borrow in businesses' names and know how to do this over and over and over again. It is a skill that I absolutely love, and why I have access to so much capital so I can keep things going, and I am not crashed or crunched for cash when my business or when the economy changes. Businesses change, economies change, but you can plan, you can prepare, and you can take yourself from being broke and bankrupt to being a multimillionaire, following the right advice and taking action. Call my friends at Justin Merch Consulting today. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share with anyone that needs to know. Things are changing, and we are stronger together if we help one another and we actually take action. I know this because I want to make sure that you have all of the knowledge, all of the tools, and all of the resources that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.